for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Squeeze, no. 54 mark.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Now, that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Right there, 54, right there.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Garoppolo again. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Mostert, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Sliding out of the pocket into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. 6-man.
Running the counter with Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 16 yards.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Number 11.
Brandon Ayuk, 39 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
By the 49ers.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf. Got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 70 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a run for the safe, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm a run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, we ain't gon' hide. I can never switch, now the game my ride.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
1 yard to go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, 49ers.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's got Ayuk once again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
It's second down.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. And a 49er first down.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 35. 49ers 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Like 20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't got nothing.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Wilson on first down. That's caught by Hollister. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
You ready? 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up
once again, it's Mostert.
at the 14-yard line.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard
He
line.
was brought down at the
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, San Francisco.
Watch QB drop.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
7-yard line.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Griffin there on the tackle.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
11. Get wide. Check nickel. 21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Garoppolo now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
49ers 13.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's 2nd down.
One, Omaha.
Play action. Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Niners on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
The Seahawks take over.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some bad Super Bowl memories certainly surfacing for the Seahawks. Another pick thrown from the 1-yard line.
If we weren't both here together, there's no way you could convince me that they did that this was going to happen again. Same spot and another interception.
Tackle made.
On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38, Garoppolo forced out to his left. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the Seahawks.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7 2001, right?
Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what comes?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
49ers 19. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Reed returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Fred Warner.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards.
10 at the 19.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, 49ers 19.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this carries into the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Down San Francisco.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
We own this. Hey, one second. Check 154. 154. 1 Omaha.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
T-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say, so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You ain't built like that.
chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from.